I want you to finish your point. Because somebody is asking, but Ben, what is your stand? I am not understanding the point of this submission.
Oh, my stand is simple.
He's saying Ondo is far.
My stand is simple. Basically, my stand is this. Mabel cannot come out and claim innocence. Your husband probably has been cheating all along, you know. Because I saw, why I'm saying this is I've read a lot about this since the news broke, even though I'm still doing other things. And one thing everybody keep pointing out is, 20 years of marriage. 20 years of marriage, just go like that, just go like, and I'm like, excuse me, if you want stay, stay. If you don't want stay, leave on time. Save us this agony of people thinking, how could you just, a person who don't deal with you 20 years, you just do this to her. I am not defending AYO, but I'm just saying, as a woman, if
you're saying that Mabel should deal with it since she tolerated it before.
Exactly. I'm not blaming her. No, before you say, you are doing victim blaming. All I'm saying is that you can't just come out of the blue now and just say, he's cheating.
Robert, you are blaming her. Robert, you are blaming. You are blaming her. No, you are blaming her.
I'm just saying,
if you are not blaming her, you give her the pass that she's fed up and she wants to leave. You are blaming her.
I'm not giving her no pass for this one. Why would you wait 20 years? Why don't you wait it out?
There is something called grace. No. I don't agree with you, and that's the reason why I came up. I do not agree with you, sir. There's something called grace, and like we all know.
Yeah, I agree with that bunch.
I think someone said earlier, divorce is not something that you just wake up and you just do that. You think that it's easy to just do it. Sometimes you wish and hope that everything works out, and you keep giving grace. But you know what is not,
because we actually preach grace.
Right. You know what push people to the brink? An unrepented cheater. Like it doesn't stop. You say I'm sorry tomorrow and he repeat it. And this is the point where MOP will always say, I'm sorry sometimes is not good. Always say I'm sorry. But what does the I'm sorry mean?
Because it loses its value.
It loses value too. Exactly. So you cannot say that because she's taking it all along. Now she decided, okay, let's say, okay, now that I'm treated for breast cancer, somebody has breast cancer. She's been treating, and it started growing. And one day she said, I will not cut the breast. One day she woke up and said, you know what? People cut this breast off. I asked her, why are you cutting the breast now? Since you say you're keeping it and treating it, why didn't you just stay with the treatment? No,
this one is different.
There is something called tiredness. Even people that used to run the race and give up halfway, when they are tired, they give up. Yes, sir. Not everybody that starts a race finish a race. And that is very okay. You can't tell somebody, you know that you can't finish the race. Why did you start it? Nobody starts a race not to finish it. But things happen. If you have asthma and have asthma attack on the way, you tell them that they should wait for you to finish before you take your inhaler and do it. No, they will take you out. Because you know what? Your life is at risk. That's a risk right there. If anything happens to you, they let you keep running, anything happen to you, even there until they will collect the organizer. So they say, you know what? This is not safe for you. We know you want to do this, but it's not safe. You need to come out. Oh, yeah, carry yourself and be coming out. Come out, collect your healer and some glucose and everything. That's what it is, sir.
So the reason why I struggle to argue with Brother Ben, the reason why I struggle to argue with him is because it's very hard for me to argue with speculations, because I give pass to speculations. I give pass to even assumptions, you know. And I give pass to because remember I give pass to it even when AY Comedy was talking. I said social media they have the right to make their own narrative. You cannot control that narrative. You can only influence it by backing off of it and let it go away, because it will go away faster if you don't engage it, if you remember, right? So because what happens on social media is that people will naturally, because it also has a tendency to go viral because of the way the algorithms work, they will naturally speculate and project from what they are familiar with in terms of this type of stories. Cheating and STD, yes, they go hand in hand. That's a fact of life. Like look at this statement that Bonchance made here is absolutely correct. The more you sleep, the more people you sleep with, the greater your chances of getting an STD. Any medical director will tell you that. That's a little bit different from saying when you sleep with two people, you will catch STD. I think more so of what we should talk about is the fear of STD, not necessarily the catching of STD. Okay? There are two people we should talk to in this respect, right? If you're a cheater, your partner will be scared shitless of STD, and you cannot judge them for that. They should be scared. And if you get caught with one cheater, that's all it takes for them to engage the fear of STD. I think that's a good point we can extract from what Brother Ben was saying. There's no guarantee that that person will just forgive you, because they might just be scared of STD for the rest of their lives. Now, the other part I will add on to what Brother Ben was saying, which he did not address, which it looks like people are looking for that from you, Brother Ben, is that
I'm here.
There is no guarantee that your breaking point will happen within 1 year. It might happen at 35 years. They have the right to leave you if that breaking point happens at 65 years of marriage. They have the right to get to that point and say it's over. And no, we can't judge them for leaving at that point in time. You have to be an adult enough to say, well, I can understand. I mean, you don't really have a choice. I can understand if this person is fearful for their life and they can't handle it anymore. We can't go in the angle of you should continue to tolerate it. You should tolerate it from the past. That's not going to fly, Brother Ben.
My brother, if I point your attention to something now, I don't want us to make it a thing, but I just wanted to point it out a little bit.
Let's talk about it.
You remember that when that weary guy came out and say why he's not the father of his son?
Right.
You remember?
Of AY, that it was Yule Dochiabi. No, it was I
that
remember
weary guy now, the one that still started this
security
thing.
man.
Yes.
Man.
We can talk about that now. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
What do you want to say about that? Yeah.
No, it's not what I want to say about that basically. But you see, all that is going on now. Make you know, we say, waiting with they see now tip of an iceberg. You know, sometimes these guys that are blogging, some of them they are crazy. They will say some nasty thing and you wonder, where did they get it from? And
It could be.
in
right?
Nigeria, word spread faster underground, especially on WhatsApp group. In fact, what spreads on WhatsApp more than we see on on popular social media pages, if you know what I mean. So now, you see, AY and his wife, I like I said earlier, I'm not in their marriage, but definitely these guys have been going through some shit a long time that we don't get to see.
They have. It was obvious for the last few years or so.
Marriage, when you are married to a woman for that long, she don't just wake up within 2 months and say, you know what, I'm not doing again. Just like everybody pointed out now that we have different time for breaking point, or we have different breaking points. It can be 2 years, it can be 30 years and all that. So, but from my personal experience and from what I've observed, a lot of people don't just leave their marriage within a space of 2 months. Something might be going on for too long. And that is why I said, whatever is going on, Mabel is aware of whatever her husband is doing. In fact, she's an enabler too. I'm sorry.
We're not arguing that. We're not arguing that.
Oh, Ben, why are you? But this is not.
We're not arguing. What if she wake up and say, I don't want to enable? If you say, if you're sponsoring somebody,
so okay, I've been enabling. I stop enabling today.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, now if they stop enabling today, save us the stress of bringing the whole thing to social media.
No, you don't even have the right to. No, you don't have the right to save it. You don't have the right to save it because the public will drag it. You are a celebrity. You don't need to bring it. They will bring it for you. And he's doing that because this lover has already started taking the story out. She's throwing bit by bit in parable.
No, just
hi, Chinye. Good.
Just never have been saying something about this story for a while now. It's not just like
exactly. So see, they don't put the media will drag it. They're celebrities.
That's it.
This one.
That's a given.
But it will die away. That's why I love Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth came out and tell us, hey.
So you understand people are different.
and that's it.
People are different. You can't judge people by the way they want to handle stuff. Some people don't have the skills to handle it. Some people do.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So it's just skills.
Agreed.
MOP is the only one allowed to judge them. Yeah, but I bet you made some good point. The point you just made, you kind of brush over it really quickly, right? What is the chances? What are the chances? I will say it out, okay? I think this is what you were trying to say. What are the chances that that baby that they had recently belonged to another man? I don't know what the chances are. I don't care. That has nothing to do with the topic at hand. People that don't have that type of issues still end up in divorce. All children are yours. You still end up in divorce.
No, brother. All children are not yours.
No. All the children that the woman gave to you, they look like you. They're like Abiola and his children. And he's still divorced. That's the issue we're discussing here. That's the issue that majority of people are they're not dealing with paternity fraud or paternity misplacement, or the majority of people are not dealing with that. More people are dealing with divorce in a situation where they are actually both good people. They lack skills.
Yep.
So I know that the whole world will catch more crews with that kind of speculation, and they deserve every lawsuit that comes from AY for that. If they catch lawsuit for that. But what I want to extract from this, first of all, I'm sorry that AY and Mabel are going through this, because like you said, it's painful. It's like death when it happens to people.
Yep.
Right? But what can we learn from it as normal, regular people, that most of us were not going to deal with the person that you have to ask for a DNA test. Everybody is talking about DNA tests. It's going viral. Most of them don't have to deal with that. It's insecurity that's bothering your head. It's coconut head. Mm-hmm. You're not going to have to deal with that. If you want DNA test, go and do it. Don't make that our problem. What we know that you can deal with, that we can also deal with, is divorce. What can we learn from that? Two human beings doing life together, creating friction, not knowing what they're doing, and ending up in divorce. And then we have a bunch of children not knowing how to handle relationships in the future. That's the angle that the Prestige family come into these conversations. I don't judge anybody speculating. You deserve all the lawsuits you catch if you speculate, right? But that's the part that where I come in. That's where I want to incite. That's the conversation I want to incite. He says, slipped away. Slipped away? No, these things don't happen overnight. To your point, but Ben.
See, brother, Mr. La, let me quickly chip in something here. Still in line with what you are saying. Probably maybe my sisters, Chinwe, and some other sisters in the house did not really get my stand. You see, it's not like maybe I'm blaming Mabel like that. The pain in me is what is speaking out. And in fact, what she does that is making me angry now is, you are divorcing this dude. You can't even get half of what this guy acquired that you have supported him to build over the years. AY started from nothing, just like many other people.
Hello, Joyce.
How did you know she can't acquire her?
Go ahead.
She's an interior decorator for that matter. FYI.
Wait. You want to tell me that there is a court in Nigeria that will split AY's?
No. I'm asking you. You said no. I'm not talking about splitting. You say how can she
I'm talking about splitting. No.
She has built herself.
Achievement. It's not her own personal
But I'm trying to explain to you. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that if she has built herself and her business and she's doing well, she don't need it.
All right. So, but I made this point earlier on. If you cheat in the abroad, your wife is running away with half, and I think that's what he's alluding to. Let me ask you, Brother Ben.
Yep.
You're not wrong that the court systems in Nigeria are not perfect, especially when there's a powerful guy involved, right? You're not wrong, but remember that Paul or Peter Okoye, one of the P Squares, okay, a couple of years ago, the wife filed for divorce, right? And I think she actually asked for some, if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, I think she asked for some alimony, some child support. I think she got some properties, right? These people also have name in the overseas. They have a, now, are they going to get away with what women can potentially get away with from here? I don't think so. You're right in that case, right? But I don't think Mabel is going to be left homeless on the street either.
No. I'm looking at it from what they've built. You see, this is part of the issues we have as an African community generally. We somehow take sides when we were supposed to look at things broadly from the angle that this thing happens to me today, it can happen to her tomorrow. So how do we go about it so that if this happened to anybody, they're gonna get the same treatment? That's where I'm coming from.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.